Hello guys and welcome back to another karting video. Slightly different video today. We actually have two races for you, and also just want to remind you about the competition that is happening. So there are two prizes that you can win. The first prize being an elite membership at Teamsport for a whole year, and the second prize being a race or a session or anything like that you'd like at Hull Karting. This could be a Wednesday open night race, this could be a Saturday endurance race, and I'll try and join you on that race as well. All you need to do is hit subscribe down below and then post a screenshot showing me that you have subscribed to the YouTube channel on Instagram or Twitter and tag me in it at Matt Wildboar on Instagram or at Matt Wildboar01 on Twitter. But for now, let's get into the first race and witness a murder. Yes, hello guys and welcome back to another karting video. We are once again down here at Hull Karting, but look at this, 9th position on the grid from qualified. An absolutely shocking qualifying, but we do get a good start off the line, up to 8th, up to 7th, past Eddie there. Following now the guy in the white and blue suit, and see what we can do down to this new turn 4. Anything at all? No, we get absolutely shunted in the back there, but that has kind of given us a little bit of momentum on the guy in the white suit. So we are up to 6, so 3 places gained already, but he is coming back on us on the inside. Can we hang it around the outside on the chicane, give him a little bit of room, and then get the inside for the right-hander there, and kind of settled now into 6th place. So what a start that was. We got 3 places right off the beginning, but now you'll start to see where I was struggling. This kart that I was in this first race had no top end whatsoever, and I was losing a hell of a lot of time. You'll see in the second race that I was actually 1.2, 1.3 seconds quicker overall on average pace. So definitely did not pick the right kart for this first race, but we're going to try and do our best and hold off 6th or 7th place. But apparently not for long. He is taking a huge lunge down there. We are back into 7th, but we do have the inside for this hairpin now, and we do get back around him into 6th. So a nice little battle going on here with the guy in the blue suit. So we take the chicane quite nicely, get right in on the apex there, carry it out wide on the exit to then throw it into this right-hander again, and taking a wide line, and then he's there again and pushes us into the barrier. He does put his hand up and apologise, but now I've lost 2 places now. So we've got Eddie now got through into 7th place. Just as I started well, it's dropping down the pack quite quickly, and we're only on the 2nd lap out of the 20, and we can see what we're going to do across the line on this lap. So 55.73, so fairly slow, but obviously quite a lot of battling going on there as well. And now we're just going to try and see if we can keep up with these 2 guys in front of us. But as I said, the top end in this car was struggling quite a lot, and you can see that they've already pulled a bit of a gap already to me. So I was thinking at this point that this is going to be a whole race of defensive driving. As we now skip ahead to the 10th lap, not much happened. I managed to keep 9th place behind me, as now Eddie and the guy in the white and blue suit are battling, as the guy in the blue suit takes an absolutely massive lunge down there, but Eddie's got the inside line and manages to keep his place ahead of the guy in the blue suit, but he's going for it again into the left-hander of the chicane here. Can he do it? No, he can't get quite enough, but this has allowed us to get on the inside of the guy in the blue suit as well, and nearly we could get back up into 6th place. But then here, absolute chaos as this guy gets absolutely murdered from a lunge into that barrier 3 times. Absolute human ragdoll. Just look at that guy's body flipping and flopping in his seat there, as Eddie then drives off after committing a murder. Let's just watch that again, shall we? In fast motion. Oh, it's got to hurt for that guy. I do apologise for hitting him, but if you are going to make those late lunges into the corner, you've got to expect something like that to happen. And to be fair to Eddie, I don't think he really realised he was there and pretty much was at the apex when the collision happened. So unfortunately, just a bit of a racing incident there. But now we skip ahead again after that absolute drama that happened in the race to the 18th lap. That was pretty much everything that happened. But then 2 laps to go, and this guy makes an absolutely great move down the inside of me, coming onto the 19th lap. So we're back down in 8th again, and yeah, quite frustrating near the end of the race. But yeah, as you can see, even the previous lap pace, so lap 18 there, 53.36, so just not on the pace at all in this kart. And you'll see in the second race how much of a difference a different kart made to my pace on this night, so unfortunately this guy tried to get back into 7th, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. We do have another lap remaining there, so can we do anything down the inside here? Well, no, try it, but do slam on the brakes. I didn't want to be murdered there myself. So we come across the line now, and yeah, let's forget about this race and move on to race 2. So as you can see there, guys, an absolutely shocking first race, but there was a second race on tonight's event. So I quickly swapped karts and also had a chat with Mr. Orange Booties himself and gained some extra knowledge, wisdom, and a miracle happened. And as you can see, the start of the second race, we are on pole position. Thank you to Orange Booties for providing me with this miracle as we get underway now. And we get a pretty good start off the line. We managed to maintain our first position into the first corner. And now coming down to turn 4 is usually where the bumper cars happen. And I'm expecting to get pushed wide, but we do make it out of there unscathed and keep our first position. So a really, really nice start. And even here I was expecting someone just to dive down the inside there, but we do manage to keep our first position. So happy with how this is going at the minute, and not needing to drive too defensively, which is going to allow me to pull a bit of a gap to second place. So coming around here, this is a really tricky corner. You can see on the entry there that was just a bit of water, and in the qualifying that just completely ruined that corner and pushed you wide into the barrier, but managed to dry up just about for this race now. So coming down into the S's here, coming across the start finish line to do a first lap of a 55.6. So the first lap was absolutely great, and as we skip forward now to lap 11, we're just coming up some back markers, so it's going really well. And you can see a previous lap of a 51.9, so pretty quick in this car, about a second and a half faster than what we was in the first race and in the first kart. So definitely feeling a bit more comfortable with the kart, and as soon as I came out the pits on the qualifying, you could tell it was just a faster kart straight away. Had a bit more kind of slip on the back end, but it was kind of really nice to get the back end rotated around some of these sharper corners, and definitely suited my driving style a lot more. So coming round into the final section of lap 11, you can see that we've got a few more back markers ahead of us that we will be gaining on very, very shortly. And you can just see down here, if you made a comparison to the first race, that it even just feels and looks a lot faster in this kart coming down here. So what do we do on this lap as well? So 51.91 to a 51.99, so 0.08 of a second split in the lap times there. So consistency is definitely here in this car and at good pace as well. So quite happy with how this car is performing, as now we come up to the back marker, see what we can do with him. Can we go down the inside here, deciding which way to go? Ended up backing out of it just there and seeing if we can get a nice drive out of here, get a bit of a switch back, and that's one back marker dealt with. Here's another one, dive down the inside, and another one. And then, can we quite get him? Not too sure if we can. Yeah, he does back out of it, and we do take the inside and dive straight to the right, close off that door. But now we've got to deal with this guy in front of us, who proved to be quite a frustrating driver. He's incredibly slow. He's about 5 seconds slower per lap than I have been doing in this race. And you can see here, just in the middle of the track, coming around here, slow as anything, coming across and actually driving into me, trying to push me off the track there. This is the second time I'm lapping him as well, by the way, so it's not like it's for position or anything like that. And you can see here, fastest part of the track, just trying to drive ahead of me. And again here, looking over his shoulder yet again, driving across in front of me and pushing me off the track, and trying to now get around the outside of him. What a move that would have been, but couldn't quite make it work. And you see he's just checking over his shoulder and blocking me at every point that he can. Even coming down here, you can see just straight across to the left hand side, trying to block me or push me off the track here, so this is getting really, really frustrating. And I was trying to think of ways that I could pass him or places that I could pass him. So just trying to do some dummying around here in case he looked over his shoulder again. Again, taking a wide line, getting a nice drive out of here. And we do manage to just stick it down the inside and force our way through and drive across the track to close the door on him. And now we are down side by side with this guy when we do manage to sneak by him on the inside there, coming down to the start finish line again. But you can see a 56.25 and a 55.75 lap time there, so you can just see how slow that driver was and holding us up about 4 or 5 seconds per lap there, so lost quite a bit of time to second place. So I really had to get some laps in now. As we skip forward on to the 19th lap, coming across the start finish line into the first corner, just a slight lift now. They have made that shallower by bringing the barriers in slightly. Down into the new turn 4, just trail braking this in, grabbing some of the concrete on the apex there and down into the existing middle hairpin here. As much as you can, miss the apex slightly there just as the car pushes out wide, as I tried to carry a bit more speed in than I should have done. Coming round here, getting nice and tight on the apex on that right hander to get a nice drive out of here. Slight lift and flicking that into the right. Going out wide now, bringing it really close in. Quite a difficult corner, a blind apex on the left there. Taking as much curb as you can on the left, and also here just a slight coast in the entry and then back on the power as soon as you can. This is now completely flat out through the S's, coming up to the start finish straight once again. And this is now my PB of a 51.56 on this new layout. But as you can see in the left hand corner of the screen there, that the lap record is a 50.85, so got another 7/10 to find in that lap somewhere, somehow. But I think with a bit more practice around this new layout, getting familiar with it and trying a few more things, being a bit braver in some of the, probably in the slower corners to be honest, I think we can definitely get closer to that. I'm not sure if we can beat it, but we're definitely going to give it a go throughout 2022 as we now come around the final corners of the 20th lap to take home a victory for a change and get the gold medal. But this will be the end of the video, guys, so thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one.